What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Flying Brian's Garage. On the last episode, I talked about how I was going to do the hood and kind of front end and rear end and a little bit of, just figuring everything out. Well, last night after that video, I went ahead and did some stuff. So, I got a progress report. Let me get y'all off of here and do a little walk around. So last night, I got the steering rod installed from the MTD. It's adjustable. What I had to do, because it was a little too long, is that was the original hole, so I drilled a hole behind it and I filed it down just a hair on each side so the bolt would still spin in there, because what it does is the bolt here locks onto your hub or the spindle there, and see that it pivots down in there. See, the bolt don't turn. That's how that's designed. And then the other side you can take off with a clip and unscrew it to your desired setting, but I've got it perfect. I also did a little slight lift because my hubs or my spindles were loose in the front axle, so I lifted it just a hair with a few washers, greased it all up, got the top washer and clip on. So that part of the front end is done. It's very tight, much tighter than it was. So now I gotta go fix my fire. So here's the back rack, how I did that. What I did was I took the original Craftsman rear plate and I added the addition from the Murray Select, which I had to drill 2-3 holes because it didn't line up. But what that did was it extended my toe point, which is good because I have bigger back tires now. And it also gave me this awesome option to put this rack on here, which actually this is a bagger off of the Murray Select. You see it locks in just like it would. So it's removable, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a rack on it. I know it's not centered. That's how the bagger's supposed to be, so honestly I'm probably just going to leave it. It doesn't really bother me that much. So it's coming along, and I got part of the hood put in place. I'm still going to do my cut. I've got to add in a fill point here. I also found in my parts a good voltmeter for my amps from my battery, or amp meter as I should say. But it's coming along. I had to take off the rack here that I had in the back, the little itty bitty temporary rack looking thing. So what I did was I flipped it around and installed it on the hood, which it's actually pretty sturdy for being on the hood, but I'm not going to use it as like a bumper or anything. It's kind of like pretty much just the looks. I got it. I gotta get a fan on because that smoke's coming in here pretty bad. But for this video, what I'm going to do is I installed my own bracket system down here instead of using the brackets that were for the mower because they were just too far on each side to be able to actually reach the hood. So I had these brackets that are like some lock parts because I've got locksmith friends that are always scrapping metal, so I, had salvaged these out of some scrap metal. And what I'm gonna do, because this hood's not gonna be a functioning open and shut hood, unfortunately. It just don't have the room to clear. But I'm kind of okay with that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make it an easy removable hood. So I've got the old shaft, the old steering rod. What'd I do with it? That's right. Got the old steering rod here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it to where I can slide it through. I gotta bend it a little bit because it's a little bent. That's a typical Craftsman LT 1000 90s model tie rod. But I'm going to cut it so where I can just slide it in and throw a pin through that end, and then that will complete at least the bottom part here of the hood, so that way when I go to remove it, all I got to do is pull that clip over here, slide this rod through, and take the hood off. I'm also going to do some securing points up at the front. So let's get started on that little project. Let me get y'all back in the tripod there. got that. Let's see if I can fit some of those bottom. See, that's pretty straight. Should fit through. Nope, no. I've got some white holes just there. Metal burning tool. Drill me a small hole through the middle of it. And put a pin in it. expose my side of my engine and shit, so I think it looks pretty decent. I'm gonna do the other side and get this fixed. Probably figure out some lights and stuff like that. I'm also gonna have to figure out what else I'm gonna cut the wood for. The snorkel motor for the intake, but that's going to be it for this video. I'm going to continue on cutting and getting this shit situated, and I will see you guys on the next one, whatever that may be.